This video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon.
Hi guys, I'm here with another new series. And this series is Cosplay Storytime. And in this specific video, which you can probably tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about the time that my cosplay stopped traffic twice. I was going to Fanime. It was the first day of Fanime. Yeah, the first day, because on the first day I was in San Francisco and Fanime is in San Jose, but there's a Caltrain that connects the two cities. So I was going there via BART, Caltrain, and then their speed rail or light rail or whatever. All that in part was irrelevant because everything happened on my walk to BART. So I got dressed. I was wearing Kana from Dragon Maid, and to leave the house, because I didn't want to put everything on the convention center because that was just a pain. So to leave the house, I had the wig on, I had the dress, skirt, shoes. Yeah, so I was basically dressed in Lolita. I did not have the ball things though, or the horns, or the tail, because all that could go on at the convention center, because I don't want to look like that much of a weirdo. Instead, I figured, oh, let's just look like a cute little weird Lolita girl, because that's not in the area that I was, so it was extremely weird. That's what I was wearing. In order to get to the BART station, I had to walk from my house to the BART station, which wasn't too far. It was a 15-minute walk, not 50, oh my god, 15-minute walk away from my house, so I was walking that, and most of it is through a neighborhood, and at the very end you go across like a main street, and then another street that is like the road that leads directly to the BART station. Like, it doesn't lead anywhere else but the BART station, it's just a road there though. So I had just got into almost the intersection where you turn where the BART station road is, and you know, intersection means stoplights and stuff. So the stoplight had, the stoplight had just turned green for the traffic in the direction that I was walking to go, like the traffic heading towards me, and a couple cars drive by, and then a truck just like stops completely. And I'm like, oh my god, I already know where this is going, this weirdo. I was already livid. I was already not liking wearing the costume in public, because I don't like drawing attention to, I have pink hair, and I don't like drawing attention to myself. I don't like when people stare at me because I have pink hair. I like having pink hair, and I like just sitting in my house and having the pink hair all to myself, and then once I go out in public, I'm like, oh god, I have pink hair. Anyways, well, this truck stops. Luckily, these were all like really short interactions, and the people got the hint fairly quickly. And I think there was two guys in this truck. So this is already creepy, but this is broad daylight, like when everyone's heading to work kind of daylight. So I'm like, there's no way anyone's going to try to abduct me, because there's like a bajillion and one witnesses, and I'm pretty sure there's cameras on those streetlights. So like, they wouldn't even try, right? That was my thought. It might have been a dumb thought, but that was my thought. They were just like, they shouted out their window something like, oh, you wanna, they don't even know where I'm going. They just ask, oh, you want, well, I guess they did try. They just shouted saying, you want a ride, yada yada. It had just turned green, and there's like multiple cars stopped behind them, and maybe this is why they drove off so badly. I'm like, no, you weirdo, go away. And I looked at them like they're weirdos, and was just like, no, go away. They were like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, you can go. And they're like, okay, I guess, bye. And they drove away. Apparently at some point they had to turn back around. They had to drive fast because they got there fast. I could only assume that they assumed I was going to BART. So a little bit, you know, down the road, finally made it to the intersection. So I guess I was slightly further back if I have finally made it to the intersection. This is probably like a 3-minute walk to the intersection still. So I finally made it to the intersection, and they're back. And they come up and they stop again, just in the middle of the street. This time they pull slightly over, so maybe cars can get by, although I don't think anyone tried. And then they're like, are you sure you don't want to ride? And I'm like, at this point, I'm just getting mad. And then they pester me for about like, again, probably another 30 seconds to a minute. again. I'm not good with time at all. It felt like forever. I kept walking, mind you. Like I started turning away from them and everything, and it was like, okay, I'm gonna ignore you. I've never stopped walking at any point in this conversation. And they're shouting out their windows, and they eventually drive off again, because I think they've just given up at this point, and I don't see them again, luckily. Never see them again. I'm really irritated at this point though, and I'm just not happy. And so now I'm walking down the road that heads to Bart. Almost at Bart, there's like one more little tiny intersection, and it's just like a stop. No, it's not even a stop sign. It's a stop sign for like one street, and then the other street has the right of way. Bart stuff is like maybe I don't want to say like a 5-minute walk away. It feels like a 5-minute walk away, but I think it's more like 3 or 2 minutes or something like that. And another car just stops in the middle of the street. The street isn't as busy because it's just like leaving a parking lot area rather than a main road like the other two guys. But he stops, but he does a thing where he kind of, because he's going this way and I'm walking on this side of the street, so there's like another empty lane. So he does a thing where he kind of goes at a diagonal and just stops in between both of the lanes. This guy was slightly nicer because he took the hint after one time, but you're still freaking creepy. He rolls down his window and is like, God, he said, do you need a ride? And then he's like, oh, you're something like, oh, you're super cute, or you look super cute, something like that. And then, I guess, I don't know why this is a relevant question, but it was. So, you know, at this point, I'm like walking past his car, leaving him behind. I'm a slow walker, so forgive me. Like, he stopped when I was still like up here though, to be fair, and then made my way past, and I think he assumed, or it was because he stopped in the middle of the intersection, by the way. Did I not mention that? It wasn't even just across the lanes, it was in the middle of the intersection across the lanes. So at this point I'm walking away and he shouts, I can't remember, I think he asked, oh, do you have a boyfriend? And to that I kind of just respond with my like, yeah, and left, and he got the hint. I think he said, oh, sorry, and drove away. And then I left, and I finally made it to Bart, and then nobody talked to me for the rest of the day, and it was great and lovely, and I was so happy. Well, until I got to the convention, obviously. And then people talked to me, and I was okay with that, because then I was in a setting where I wanted people to talk to me. But when I'm walking somewhere else, I don't want people to talk to me. I was walking with headphones in and everything, and obviously I don't have them turned up super loud because you're not supposed to walk with headphones in and turned up super loud. You know, headphones are supposed to be the signal of don't talk to me. Anyways, that was my story, and that end part was just a rant about how no one respects the headphones. That is it for this video. I'm going to end here because I have rambled on for a while, and I hope this story was somewhat entertaining. Again, the moral of the story, don't be creepy. Don't be creepy. It's not that hard not to be creepy. If you see a cute girl, go, oh, she's cute, and move on. Don't stop your car when you're supposed to be driving. Okay, bye, have a lovely day.